Good morning and happy August 24th. Let's go over what today and the rest of the week is going to look like. We've got a bunch of new students who are going to join us. These will be the AM, Glenbard students and the AM Downers Grove students. Make sure that you go back and do the tell me about yourself activity. I need to know what hardware you have at home and what hours your school is expecting you to be here. Also, it's nice to know some facts about you and interesting stuff, because that way it helps me kind of keep the names straight. And also, it's just kind of nice to see how much talent there is out there. So make sure you go do that. You should see that in your Schoology dashboard on the right side of your screen. Also posted today is the Bartle test. The Bartle test, do not panic about this because you hear the word test. Richard Bartle is kind of one of my heroes, my idols. He's just a brilliant visionary. He's really the co-author of the MMORPG. He's the author of a system called Mud One way back in the late 1970s, one of the first kind of virtual worlds, and he's written a lot about virtual worlds, and he's consulted on a lot of games. And he noticed that when people were playing Mud 1, that they generally fell into one of four categories. So somebody put a test together to figure out which one of these categories you fall into and named it after him. So he did not invent the test. Somebody else invented the test to tell you which one of those four categories that he identified you fit in. So it's kind of neat to see, to take that test and realize what kind of game player you are. And then you can look at that at the questions, your favorite games, and see, do they line up with my Bartle personality? So that's what we're doing today. Also, this week, I need everybody to either install some software on their machines at home if they can, and if they can't, because you have a Mac or a Chromebook, at least verify that you can get to a particular website. So let's go pop over to what that would be here. So what we want to do is install software called Trizbort, Trizbort. It is an interactive fiction or text adventure mapping software. We will be using this eventually. I just want to get everybody trying to access it as soon as possible so we don't have a train wreck later. You can do one of three things. If you just Google Trizbort, you will find this Trizbort by Jason Lautzenheiser. If you follow that link, it will take you to, you'll see download, and somewhere in here, there it is. If you scroll down, you can see there's the zip file, trizbort1720.zip. This will work on a PC, right? So you can download and install Trizbort and see if you can do that, start it up. If there's an older version out there, the original version, that's on the Genstein site, trizbort.genstein.net. That's the older version. That will work too. What happened was the guy stopped development, and then another guy, this Jason Lautzenheiser, picked it up and kept developing it. All right, so what if you're on a Mac or a Chromebook? Are you out of luck? The answer is no. There's a website called trizbort.io. You can go there and you can design your maps there and download them to your Mac. I don't know how that's going to work on a Chromebook, if you can download it to a USB drive, or maybe when we get into the classrooms, you can go to you can log in and download it to one of our PCs. If you have an iPad, you're out of luck, and I'm going to have to find another way for you to make your map. So right now, we're not making maps. I just want to make sure everybody can either get to this website or get this software installed. So I'm going to put up a quiz that says, yes, I was able to get to Trizbort.io or install Trizbort the Trizbort EXE on my computer. So make sure you do that this week. Next week, we're going to start getting to that stuff when we start looking at the history of adventure games and we start making our own. So there it is, Trizbort. It's the way to go. It's the coolest thing ever. Everybody who uses it loves it and says, wow, this is like the coolest map making software ever. So what are we going to do with these maps? Well, I've developed a system called Lantern that can import them, and then that will jumpstart you when you go to make your adventure game. So there it is. Also make sure you're doing the attendance on the days you're supposed to be here. Attendance for us is due at 1:15. Also, we're not in session before 8. So if you log in at 7:30, I'm not going to be online. If you log in at 3:30, I probably won't be online either. So make sure that you're logging in and doing your attendance before 1:15, because we have to send it out to the homeschools by 2 o'clock, and we need time to reconcile any errors. So that's it. We'll be online later. If you have any questions about this, I don't know, just pop into the conference, send me a message through Schoology, and we'll figure it all out. All right, so if you're new, welcome to the class. If you are a returning customer, welcome back.